For decades, humanity has been locked in this silent, invisible war, a war against bacteria that have figured out how to outsmart our best medicines. But what if we could finally get a step ahead? Today, we are diving into a massive development where artificial intelligence is becoming our most powerful new weapon in this very old fight against superbugs. And look, this isn't just some small, incremental improvement. We're talking about a potential revolution in medicine, a moment where technology could completely flip the script on a battle we were honestly starting to lose. So, to really get why this AI breakthrough is such a huge deal, we first have to understand the sheer scale of the crisis we're up against. Let's start with this global threat of superbugs. It's something we just can't ignore. Okay, so at the heart of this crisis is a really simple and frankly terrifying fact. The drugs that have been the absolute bedrock of modern medicine for almost 100 years, they're losing their power. It's just basic evolution. Bacteria are becoming resistant, and that turns common infections into life or death emergencies. And this isn't some far-off abstract problem for our grandkids. No way. We're talking about infections that are already haunting our hospitals. We're talking about common illnesses becoming harder and harder to treat. The danger is here, right now. And for the scientists on the front lines, the race for a solution is absolutely desperate. So the obvious question is, why don't we just make new drugs? And that's exactly where we've been hitting a brick wall. For decades, it wasn't for a lack of trying. It was because we were in a race we just couldn't win. Here's the mismatch in a nutshell. On one side, you have our traditional way of finding drugs, a process that is just incredibly slow, unbelievably expensive, and really methodical. And on the other side, you've got these bacteria that evolve and create new defenses at a dizzying speed. It felt like for every single step we took forward, they were already taking two. The bottom line is we were falling behind. Badly. The old playbook just wasn't cutting it anymore. Something totally new, a real game changer, had to enter the field if we were going to have any kind of fighting chance. And this is where the whole story pivots. Just when it seemed like we were running out of road, a powerful new ally showed up to the fight. This is it. This is the game changer. Researchers basically decided to stop trying to outmuscle the bacteria and instead to outthink them, using the incredible processing power of machine learning. So how does this actually work? Well, imagine the enormous job they gave this AI. They told it to sift through these massive libraries of microbial genomes and countless chemical compounds, looking for patterns, for molecular structures that a human could just never spot. The goal wasn't just to find another key for the same old lock. No, the goal was to find completely new ways to break down the bacteria's door. And here is the absolutely crucial result. The AI found brand new candidates for antibiotics. These weren't just slight variations of old drugs. These were molecules designed from the ground up to attack bacteria through totally new pathways, completely bypassing the defenses that the superbugs had spent years building up. I mean, this quote just captures it perfectly, right? It's about a total shift in perspective. This technology means we're moving from being on the defensive, always reacting to the next threat, to finally going on the offensive, proactively designing weapons that the enemy has literally never seen before. Okay, so what does winning this fight actually look like? What does this breakthrough really mean for us, for humanity, in the real world? When you boil it all down, it comes to this one single massive number: millions. That's the potential scale we are talking about here. The number of people who could be saved from infections that right now are on a path to becoming untreatable. Just think about that for a second. A post-superbug era. A future where a simple cut or a routine surgery doesn't carry this terrifying risk of a deadly drug-resistant infection. It would be a return to the kind of confidence we used to have in our medicines. And honestly, the potential goes even farther than that. This isn't just about one win. This AI-driven approach gives us a whole new playbook, a repeatable method to discover new drugs for all kinds of diseases. We're talking about rebooting our entire strategy for modern medicine. So this leaves us with this huge, profound question for the future. Of course, clinical trials still have to happen, but it's really hard not to wonder if we're standing right at the edge of a new age in medicine, an age where artificial intelligence becomes our most crucial partner in winning this long war against disease.